In today's video, I'm going to go over 5 target market examples that you can utilize in your business. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Michael Tanrich. I own a marketing agency along with some other businesses like an accounting firm. I also have a free weekly newsletter called the Midweek Marketer where I give away one actionable marketing strategy that I'm utilizing in my businesses and in my clients' businesses. If you like that insider information, click the link in the description below to sign up. It's completely for free. Okay, so like I said, in today's video, I'm gonna go over 5 target market examples that you can utilize in your business. What that means exactly is I'm gonna break down 5 different businesses and what their target markets are so that you can get a good idea of how to build out your own target market. If you don't know what a target market is, I have a whole video on that. Click the link in the description below. I also have a free marketing plan PDF that you can download. It's in the link in the description below. It breaks down exactly how to break out your target market. I'll be following that in this video. So if you'd like to download that, completely free, click the link in the description below. Okay, the first company I'm gonna do is Dr. Squatch. Dr. Squatch. Not all of these are gonna be a specific company. I'm just gonna give more examples, but this specific one, I'm gonna be breaking down, mainly because I just used Dr. Squatch, and so I thought it'd be a cool example to use. In my opinion, Dr. Squatch or a company like this has 2 target markets. The first one, and again, I'm utilizing the free PDF that I have in the description, but the first question here is how old they are. So I'm gonna go age of their first target market. I'd say these guys are probably in between the ages of 25 and 40. Put gender is male, male. Okay, platforms that they frequent. So platform, form, I'm gonna go Instagram. What accounts they follow, accounts. I'd probably say more like meme accounts, right? So meme accounts. And there's some additional things in that PDF that you can fill out, but this kind of gives us a rough idea, right? So ages 25 to 40, male, spend a lot of their time on Instagram, meme type accounts. I would also say they're into like male things, right? So like comics, so Marvel, Star Wars, those kind of things, but they're not like too heavy athletics. So they're not like full like NFL, like all the time sports teams. They're not like totally working out all the time, right? So they're kind of like this in the middle type person. So I would say that the first target market for Dr. Squatch is that. I think this is clearly apparent too because Dr. Squatch spends a lot of their time with their product focusing on pulling in other brands like Marvel and Star Wars, but they also spend a lot of time on Instagram where they're building out memes and things that people find funny or their specific target market finds funny. So humorous men that aren't like fully athletic, like into the NFL and all that crazy stuff, but they are in that kind of niche of Marvel and Star Wars and everything in that niche. I think their second target market are females that actually have a relationship with these type people. So again, ages 25 to 40, female. I don't think their spouses or girlfriends are into the memes as much on Instagram as they are. They don't find it as funny, but this is a fantastic spot for them to be able to then go and run Facebook ads and Instagram ads to these females. So Father's Day, boyfriends' birthdays, just a random gift, all that kind of stuff. They can run specific Facebook ads to the females. Now, it's a supporting target market is what I would call it. So obviously their main target market is the males that are in between the ages of 25 and 40 that spend a lot of their time on Instagram, that like meme accounts, but aren't full sporty like in the NFL and all that kind of stuff. Target market, the female relationship it's more a supporting target market. So it's a target market that would support the first primary target market. So it's totally cool to have more than one target market for your business. You just have to advertise and do your marketing specific to that target market. Now, if you had this type of product or service and you were trying to run Facebook ads like that were meme type Facebook ads to males, but they were landing on female eyes, it wouldn't hit as well. However, if you're running Facebook ads about, hey, get this product or service for your boyfriend or your husband, they would really enjoy it for Father's Day, that works really, really well for your secondary target market. Okay, so that's the breakdown here of Dr. Squatch. Again, not super detailed. I'm not in the back end of Dr. Squatch, so I don't know their exact details. That's just me seeing it from the outside. So that would be what I would say is the target market for Dr. Squatch. Again, not on the back end. The next target market example that I'm going to give you guys is a landscaping company. So landscaping, I would also just call this a service business. So service. So this could be roofing, HVAC, power washing, windows, sliders, all that kind of stuff. So just a service business or local service business. So local. All right. So who's your target market here? Okay. Age, probably in between the ages of, let's go like 30 to 65. Male and female, so male, female, gender. They live within, 30-mile radius of your business so that you're able to go and, service these type people. The next part is their housing. So what type of house do they have? I would say they probably have, 350K to, $1 million home. Obviously, if you're running a landscape business or a service business, you want to be on the upper end of this pricing. The higher the price, bigger the projects, more revenue. So higher end of this. Now, let's say for this example, we are trying to go after the higher end version of this. Okay, so then what type of cars are they driving? They probably have like a Mercedes, or, a BMW, maybe even an Audi. Let's go. Where they spend most of their time. Let's say if you're down in Florida, probably a lot of time at golf course. Spend time. Okay, as I'm going through this, I'm sure you can start to formulate in your head, what this specific person looks like. You're already like, this is what this guy wears. This is what he drives around in. This is where he goes to eat. This is what he spends most of his time doing. And the reason this is all important to figure out, whether it's for a local service business or Dr. Squatch or any of this, is it helps dictate what you do with your ads. And it helps dictate what you do with your marketing. And it helps dictate what you do with your website. It helps build out everything. So for example, on your website, if you're trying to get projects that are in the $1 million range, then you showcase yourself working at these $1 million homes instead of working at the $350,000 home, because you're trying to attract the guy or the girl that is this specific target market. And then also on top of that, then you're running Facebook ads or Google ads within the range or within the area that they're living. So maybe it is around the golf course. So now they're getting hit with Facebook ads and Instagram ads and Google ads around the golf course, and they come to your website, see that you've worked on projects that are around golf courses, and see your specific target market. You're speaking directly to them visually, where they're at locally, and you're able to then hit these type of people. I think a big mistake people make is they end up just going and showcasing everything they've done and showcasing, hey, the $350,000 projects, and then you're not actually speaking to any one specific target market. Okay, so that's a local service business. Okay, the next target market I'm going to do is a marketing agency. So this is actually for my business, marketing agency. Now this could be any kind of online service business or anything like that. But let's go over the target market for this, right? So typically these are people that are age-wise, I would say between 30 and 50, gender, male and female. Obviously, because it's an online business, they can live like literally anywhere in the country, USA. And then this is where it gets a little bit more specific, right? So, what do they do for a living? So living, or I'm going to call it work. So the majority of the people I work with are business owners. So business owner, they have a business. So I'm going to call it revenue. That's doing $500,000 or more plus. Obviously, like the landscaping business, I want that to be more. However, I would say that the majority of the businesses I work with aren't over the 10 million mark. So let's go 10 million. Reason being is, for me specifically, between the 500 to 10 million mark is where they actually want that consultant to come in or that marketing agency to come in and help. Once they start getting close to that 10 million and beyond, they want to build out their own marketing team. They want to have their own in-house crew. Totally cool. But the lower end of that ends up needing that extra support, which is where a marketing agency comes in. And where a lot of these people spend their time, right? So spend time, right? Majority of business owners, and I was reading this in a book last night, they just want to learn how to get to that next level. So whether they're at 0 or 10 million, they want to learn how to get to that next level. So where do they go to learn to get to those next levels? Well, you have YouTube where you're watching videos like this. You're learning to get to the next level. You also have Facebook groups. So Facebook groups where you're meeting other business owners. You also have local groups where you're meeting other business owners to learn how to get to that next level. So the point is as a marketing agency, I know that majority of my clients are business owners between the ages of 30 and 50. They live in the United States. Their businesses do this, and they're on YouTube and Facebook groups and local groups trying to learn how to grow their business. This allows me to learn then, okay, this is how I need to articulate my wording. So in my Facebook ads, hey, if you're looking to get to that next level, if you're a business owner and you're looking to get to that $1 million level, My marketing agency can help you with Facebook ads, Google ads, building out your website, and help you get to that next level. It's what we're experts at, and this is our specific target market. But obviously, because I know my specific target market, it allows me to then articulate and have my wordings correct on my website and my Facebook ads. It allows me to understand where I should be putting my efforts, like building out YouTube videos for people to watch and then work with me. Okay, the next target market that I'm going to break down is realtors. Okay, this one is a really good one because I think a lot of realtors and business owners and people just mess this up in general. I think what they end up doing is they go way too broad, right? So they're like, age, I'll work with anyone between the ages of 20 to 70. In reality, what they should be doing is they should be going after a specific target market, so a specific niche. Obviously, first-time home buyers would be a really good one, but there isn't a ton of money in it. Another one that may be really good though is Airbnb owners. So people that are looking to get Airbnb properties. So you're like the Airbnb specific realtor. Another one is the high-end property. So obviously you don't sell as many, but you get a really big payout in doing it. So you have to figure out who your niche is. For this one, I'm just going to do the Airbnb properties. So these people are typically between the ages of 30 and 50, gender, male, female. Depending on where you live, I live up in northern Michigan. It's a heavy Airbnb area. I'm just gonna go off of this example. They live around in the area, so in the area, Chicago. We get a lot of people coming up from Chicago and down in Detroit. Coming up and investing their dollars up here to put them into Airbnbs. Okay, so my target market would live in the area, typically in Chicago or Detroit. Okay, so that gives me areas that I can then go and start advertising it. They're typically looking to purchase an Airbnb, so purchase an Airbnb that is in between the price of $350K to $1 million, right? So not the top of the top line property, and you're not going to make a crap ton if you were selling like a $3 million property, but you're going to be able to crank through these a lot more. Now, the big one here is obviously this is a little broader, right? So 30 to 50, male, female. They're looking for a property that really anyone's looking for. But what gives you the target market niche piece is the local area, Chicago or Detroit. And then you can start running Facebook ads saying, hey, I'm an Airbnb specific realtor. I know all the Airbnb rules up here. I know which counties, which townships, which neighborhoods allow Airbnbs. If you're looking to do your next investment property, click the link in the description below and let's make it happen. But by doing that, by building out your target market here, you know which areas they're going to be living in. So local area, Chicago, Detroit, and you can run Facebook ads and do all your advertising there, but no specifics about the Airbnb market up here in northern Michigan. Again, with realtors, I think they go too broad. Don't go too broad with your target market. If you don't have Airbnbs in your area, maybe it's first-time home buyers, maybe it's high-end sales. Figure out who you want to be selling to through building out your target market, and then you can build out your messaging around that. Don't be too broad. Every single realtor does that, and then they don't stand out. All right, the last one we're going to do is a digital product. So digital product. These are kind of cool because you can really tweak them to be however you want for your specific target market. So target market. I'm going to go ages. I'm going to say I have a digital product that's an organizing tool or organizing kit for moms. So moms are typically between the age of 25 to 40. Gender is female. They live throughout the entire United States, live USA. And they're interested in things like interested. They spend a lot of time on Instagram. They spend a lot of time watching mommy bloggers and mommy Instagrammers. They watch a lot of Netflix series about, Netflix. What was the one? I think it was like Mormon Wives or something like that. Mormon Wives. Okay, so this starts to build out that target market for that digital product. But what's great about this is, again, you can then start to build out what your Facebook ads are going to look like. You're speaking to someone that's in between the ages of 25 and 40. They're a female. They live in the United States. They're interested in, pick a couple different Instagram accounts, a couple mommy blogs. They probably have, I'm going to put kids down here, kids. They probably have, 2 to 5 kids, so they understand the struggles of having a bunch of kids. I have 4, so I completely get that part. And you can then go and speak towards those things and talk about how your digital product solves that pain point for them. So, hey mom, are your toys everywhere? Is it chaotic all the time in your house because of your kids? Purchase this digital product. I break down exactly how to organize your kitchen so that you never have that stress again. I mean, gosh, I kind of want to go and build out that digital product. I know that it's going to sell really well. But the point is you've built out your target market. You know exactly who you're speaking to, what their pain points are, and then you can go and sell your digital product. Okay, so those are 5 target market examples that you can utilize in your business. Like I mentioned before, go ahead and download that marketing plan PDF in the description below. It has a whole section on how to build out your target market, ask specific questions, kind of like what I went over in this video. And then once you know who your target market is, it allows you to articulate clearly to them and speak specifically to their pain points so that you can sell your product or service even better than just shooting or throwing noodles at the wall and hoping something sticks. Thanks for taking time to watch my video on 5 target market examples. I will see you in the next one.